The benchmark, what's the benchmark for what we might have expected the EU member states to have done collectively? And I think measured against the past, clearly how they responded is quite a significant shift. I think a second issue is the strategic culture of the countries concerned. I mean, a number of the states, EU member states, have been on quite a journey over a very short space of time in their strategic culture, in particular moving from a position of discomfort when it would come to supplying arms, particularly arms of lethality. Think about Sweden, for example, through to Germany and Poland, which are in a very different place when it comes to their ambitions for their own defence. I think the striking thing when you look at the EU is the small number of standouts, which is Hungary, basically, in terms of response. And then a smaller group of countries which are obviously more comfortable with supplying non-lethal assistance, like Austria, Cyprus and Ireland. But even then, I think all of those states have moved quite a lot. So I think we've got a sort of spectrum of responses, and within that spectrum there are also sort of clusters of states, such as those that were signatories to the Tallinn Pledge, which suggests that the EU is not a big enough forum for them, and they want to do more and more with a state like the UK, which takes me to the UK, and I'd endorse Luigi's comments. I think the UK's role has been really to push out the boundaries of what's possible, and to provide sort of leadership in terms of allowing a debate to be had about particular weapons systems, not least tanks, but also ordnance that can be used at longer range, and reinforce the point of the other two witnesses. I think the issue now really is sustainability. Sustainability both in a political sense, whether in individual member states or at the EU level, but also at the level of resource supply. And I think that's where we haven't yet got the machinery in place to ensure that Ukraine has the clarity as to what sort of resources will flow over the next few years.